What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday night Q&A Hangout. We're only like 2 minutes late tonight. That's pretty good in comparison to how late I can be, all right? We're pretty good tonight. The Chiefs made a bunch of roster moves today. There's a lot to kind of talk about through that. I already went live about it earlier. A lot of you have probably seen that. But yeah, you have kicker Matthew Wright on the practice squad, will probably be kicking in Friday's game against the Raiders. You had tight end Peyton Hendershot get placed on IR. And you also had defensive end Cameron Thomas getting waived from the 53-man roster. So you now have 2 roster spots available, and that is presumably for the return of defensive end Charles Omenihu and running back Isaiah Pacheco. You also already, that's including offensive tackle DJ Humphries getting added to the 53-man roster as well. That got confirmed on Monday, so yesterday. And so you've got a new offensive tackle. You'll have the return of Pacheco and Omenihu. They will be back. I don't know how much they're going to play Friday. We don't know yet, but they were full participants today during practice, which is great. Their 21-day windows to return have been opened. This is their 3rd week, and they were limited participants during practice for the first 2 weeks. Well, today, full participant. Both of them. So that's good news. And there was even more moves that they made. They let a couple people go from the practice squad. I'm just trying to go off the top of my head. They let go of offensive tackle Lucas Niang and one other person that I can't remember. But I talked about it all in that video, and I could easily pull up all the roster moves. But they made a couple moves on the practice squad, a couple moves on the 53. The big ones were signing kicker Matthew Wright to the practice squad because Spencer Schrader, the kicker that the Chiefs just signed to the roster a couple weeks ago, he hurt his hamstring on his own at some form of workout that he was doing on Monday. Even just, it was like a light jog. He wasn't doing too much, and he messed up his hamstring, not enough to place him on IR, but it was enough for them to sign kicker Matthew Wright, who was formerly kicking with the 49ers. The Chiefs actually had their eyes on him, potentially, before even bringing Spencer Schrader in, but I think he was still on the 49ers injury list because he got injured trying to make a tackle weeks and weeks ago. I can't remember what week that was, but I remember watching that game, and he kicked the ball, and the returner had a decent return, and Matthew Wright tried to make a tackle, and he hurt himself. But yeah, you had a lot of moves being made, and there's just a lot of moving pieces, and I'm excited about it. I don't think the Raiders win this game. I'm just going to be honest. I know they stole Christmas. I get all that. They have a new offensive coordinator. They fired a few different coaches after losing to the Bengals. They lost 5 straight to the Bengals. And like Aiden O'Connell, he's coming back. He was on IR for 4 weeks or so. He fractured something in his hand. He said he's better. He's not 100%, but he should be able to go out there and play on Friday. He said the hope is to start and to play. If Aiden O'Connell is not good to go, then it's going to be Desmond Ridder. I was looking at the stats of the Raiders, and then we'll definitely get into just hanging out with you guys and chatting. I just wanted to give you some of my initial thoughts before my preview video drops tomorrow. But I mean, if you look at a lot of the rankings of the Raiders, 26th scoring offense, 29th scoring defense. They're 22nd on defense of giving up third downs, only 24th on offense, converting third downs. On offense, they're 25th in the red zone. On defense, they're 24th in the red zone. There's nothing I'm looking at that I'm like, oh, I'm scared. Now, this is a division game. You can't sleep on it. They get weird. I get it. I'm not saying that the Chiefs are just going to come in and sleepwalk or anything like that. Like, obviously, they just barely beat the Panthers by 3. There is concerns on the defense. But that's why you're like, well, can't wait for Omenihu to get back. You can't wait for them to kind of just rise up from this. They made Bryce Young look like he was in his prime of all prime. That's what they made Bryce Young look like. Something noticeable about the Raiders, their offense, they're dead last in like every rushing statistic. Rush play percentage, yards per rush, rushes per game, rushing yards per game. And the Chiefs' defense, run defense, is top 5 in the NFL, top 3 in most metrics. So that's a big mismatch. You're probably, if you're the Raiders, going to have to throw more in this game. Aiden O'Connell, again, has been out for a while. You got to watch out for some pieces. You got to watch out for Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, one of the best tight ends in the NFL right now. He's going to be smashing some rookie tight end records this year. He's great. You've got some people to worry about. You got Max Crosby on defense. I think Jack Jones is a little bit banged up. You've got some pieces, but overall, I'm not super concerned. I mean, the Raiders they're playing for pride at this point in time. You're not playing for playoff seeding. If anything, you're playing for draft position. You're not tanking. Nobody wants to tank. But Chiefs versus Raiders, I feel good about it. You're at home. You're at Arrowhead. I do not anticipate a fluke game like Christmas happening. If you remember that Christmas game, Aiden O'Connell did not complete a single pass outside of the first quarter, I believe was the stat, and they still won this game. Their defense scored touchdowns on back-to-back turnovers. The Chiefs tried to run a trick play inside their own 20, fumble, scoop and score, touchdown. Kickoff happened. Offense goes back out there, and Mahomes throws a pick six to Jack Jones. Back-to-back defensive touchdowns for the Raiders, and they ended up winning, not by much. I don't think that's going to happen again. I think the Chiefs win it. I think they move on to 11-1, and there are some scenarios that play out where the Chiefs can clinch a playoff berth this weekend, I believe, which is it's expected. I mean, the Chiefs are probably going to win the West. The Chargers just lost last night, so the Chargers lost. The Broncos, I think they won their game. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but anyway, that's kind of how I'm feeling about Raiders. Upcoming on Black Friday. You guys got to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Would love to just see how everybody's doing. Kyle, what's up, man? David Kraft, actually, first off, thanks for the membership back on 801 at 801. Kyle with the 5. Good evening from Arlington, Texas. Had Whataburger for dinner tonight, and it was delicious. Let's go, man. I'm not the biggest Whataburger fan, but I hope you enjoyed it. I've had it 2 or 3 times in Texas, 2 or 3 times in Lee Summit. It's just not for me. My bro-in-law is a Raiders fan, said Joe say what with the 5. Thank you for that. So this should be fun. A fun game come Friday. LOL, go Chiefs. Heck yeah, Chiefs should win it. King Zach Gaming with the 2. Good to see the news for the Chiefs. Happy to see. Yeah, man, a lot of roster moves, people getting healthy. Hannah Burton with the 2 said, how can the Chiefs clinch the West? Well, the smart aleck answer in me is winning more than everybody else. I don't know exactly. Let me see. Chiefs playoff. Let me see if I can just find something on Twitter. So here you go. Adam Teicher of ESPN said, the NFL confirmed the scenarios by which the Chiefs can clinch a playoff spot. This isn't the West, but this is a playoff spot. Most likely scenario would be for the Chiefs to beat the Raiders on Friday, combined with the loss by either the Dolphins, who play the Packers on Thursday night, or the Broncos, who play the Browns on Monday night. So I don't have the scenario off the top of my head on how the Chiefs can win the West, but I think I'm almost positive, if the Chiefs win on Friday, they then win Sunday night against the Chargers, back-to-back AFC West games. I believe if you win both of those, you win the AFC West for like the 8th or 9th time in a row, which is absolutely incredible. Jennifer with the gifted as well. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing fantastic. Everybody shout out Jennifer. And shout out to really all the mods holding it down. What's up, Stylesy? Derek said, how's it going? What's up, man? Jesse on target said Chiefs are winning. Jeremy said, throw out the bad records and just kick their asses. Fair enough. Max Crosby does your grocery shopping. What are you talking about? That dude makes millions and millions. What are we talking about? We'll have Hopkins for sure this time. Last time we played against the Raiders, he wasn't on the field. Yeah, so I guess that's worth mentioning. Chiefs Raiders, they played much earlier in the season. They played back on October 27th, okay? And if you remember this game, if we go by the play-by-play and we can just kind of look at this, the Chiefs kind of had this game. They kind of had this game wrapped up. Like, here's halftime. The Chiefs ended up going up eventually 27-13, okay? They went up 27-13, and then the Raiders did eventually score again to make it a one-score game, but they scored with 2 minutes left in the game. They kicked an onside kick, and the Chiefs obviously, I think they recovered, and then they ended up winning that game. I think it was, might have been on this onside kick. It's when Jody Fortson got injured on that onside kick. He tore his ACL. But yeah, you did not have, I don't think you had D-Hop yet. You had Hunt 21 carries for 59 yards. Kelsey had 10 for 90. Worthy 4 for 37. On 8 targets, only 4 catches. I know you can't see all that, but oh, you know what? It's probably looking funny because I don't have it right. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I mean, one thing I do like to look at when you're looking at previous matchups is the team stats. So like Gardner Minshew played, by the way, so it wasn't Aiden O'Connell. And the leading receiver was Brock Bowers, 5 for 58. Jacoby Myers then had 6 for 52. This is probably the 3 you're going to have to watch out for the most here. Alexander Madison, running back, but catches out of the backfield just fine. Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers. If you look at the team stats, which is what I want to see, the Chiefs were 12 for 16 on third down. They're the best third down offense in the NFL. I don't see that slipping too much. Meanwhile, the Raiders were below 50% on third downs. If you look at the red zone, this is what you want to see continue for the Kansas City Chiefs. A little bit of a bounce back game. Didn't score a lot of red zone touchdowns against the Panthers, even though they put up 30 points. I think it was 30. Yeah, they won 30-27. But 3 for 4 in the red zone against the Raiders. You love to see that. You don't want to see these. You don't want to see more penalties. They were flagged out the wazoo last week, so I don't want to see that. Rob with the 2 said Justin Tucker sucks. He made his field goal. The Ravens just beat the Chargers, and he made a field goal.
There's still some of those ghosts of Justin Tucker banging a 60-yard field goal off the crossbar and through to be.
Oh, Justin Tucker. Do you think Mahomes' ankle is a concern? What's up, RX? No. So, who said it? It was Andy Reid, or maybe Mahomes himself said he was able to get off the injury report and his ankle's feeling pretty good. So, do I think Patrick Mahomes is for sure 100% no ankle issues at all? I don't know about that, but you saw him run last week. Yeah, he was sacked 5 times. That's a concern. Mahomes has been sacked 15 times in the last 4 games. Not good. But he had a 33-yard run up the left sideline and looked fine to me. He said his ankle's fine. So I'm not super worried about it, no. Yo, what's up, Chiefs? You have no school because it's Thanksgiving break? Oh, let's go. Let's go. Hey, Cole, what player do you want to return before the playoffs from IR? I mean, probably Hollywood Brown, and that's the guy that's trending towards returning. He shared some workout footage today of him working out at the Chiefs practice facility, catching some passes one-handed. It was with his non-surgery arm, his non-surgery shoulder, clavicle, but still. Yeah, he's progressing nicely, and he should return sometime in December. Dominating the West. Yeah, the Chiefs are, I think they're 3-0 in the AFC West right now. Obviously, you beat the Chargers early. You then beat the Raiders when I just talked about it in October, and then you beat the Broncos a couple weeks ago by a blocked field goal end game. You thought the Chiefs were not gonna win that, and they did. I'm checking Twitter notifications, making sure there's nothing going on here. I don't think so. Okay, we're good. If Miami loses and we win, we are in. Heck yeah, Greg. It's not even a matter of when to me. It's not a matter of if for the Chiefs regarding most likely winning the West, but for sure making the playoffs. It's just a matter of when. Is it this week? Is it next week? Is it 2 weeks from now? Either way, it's going to be pretty soon. Outlaw with the 5. I feel positive for this game. Been a great week for me. Currently on vacation. Promotion today at work. Why not a KC Victory Friday? Outlaw, congrats on the promotion at work, man. Keep grinding, brother. Let's go. Emperor with the back-to-back gifteds as well. Thank you so much. Cole, how can the O-line be improved? Well, you signed DJ Humphries, offensive tackle DJ Humphries. I don't know if he's going to play this Friday, to be honest with you. He might be active, could be a backup guy, but we'll see. I mean, this is a guy that just got cleared for football after tearing his ACL late last year. And Matt Nagy was asked about it today during his presser, and he kind of said, hey, it's like a day-to-day thing right now. It's going to take some time to get up to speed with the offense and all that. But that's one way to get the O-line better, is to protect the blind side of Patrick Mahomes. Because honestly, like, if Mahomes knows his blind side's fine, like, I feel like he's less antsy in the pocket. He can see everything else for the most part because he's right-handed. So he's already favoring this side. You just can't see back there. But if you trust, let's say Humphries develops enough rapport quickly and he trusts them enough, maybe even more serviceable than Donovan Smith was last year, then you just have to worry about, for the most part, not every rep, you can't win every rep, but for the most part, you're just going to have to worry about what you can see. And I think that's going to do wonders for Patrick Mahomes in the pocket. I'm not going to lie. Something else about Patrick Mahomes that's a little sneaky, over the last 5 games, he's thrown 12 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions, where the first 6 games, or whatever it was of the season, he threw, 6 touchdowns and 8 interceptions? He's definitely had a better back half of the season so far. You absolutely love the change, Cole. You don't know how many games I watched with you? Oh, let's go, Jamie. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. If you saw my video earlier this morning, I do apologize. I felt like it wasn't my best news update, but I gave blood this morning, and it was double reds, and dude, I was just wiped. Like, I had trouble like thinking. I was exhausted. I'm better now. Like, I had multiple meals since then, and I feel pretty normal. But I gave blood at like 8:30. I had a big breakfast and everything, but man, I left there, and I was just out of it. And when I gave that live stream this morning, I was like trying to like say my thoughts, and like the wrong words were coming out. It wasn't like super bad. I recovered pretty well, but I was at the beginning. I was like, man, this is rough. Brand said couldn't really tell. I saw like 2 comments that said your words seemed a bit all over the place. Yeah, Zach. Maybe it was Zach actually. He said it kind of looked like it. Yeah, I was just out of it. I don't give blood very often, a few times a year, but whoo, better now. You think Noah Gray could break out and be a top 5 tight end this season? Well, by most like metrics, he's in like the 20s as far as like targets, receptions, yards, but he's top 3 among all tight ends in reception percentage. And then he's scored 4 touchdowns in the last 2 games, and that has him tied for 3rd. Most touchdowns among all tight ends in the NFL, only behind 2 guys are tied for 2nd. So maybe he's tied for 4th, actually. But 2 guys are tied for 2nd. I don't even remember who they are. George Kittle is leading the NFL among all tight ends with 8 touchdowns. Noah Gray has 4. About time said, Cole, you're still white? Best get checked. Well, that can't get fixed. You're the best live stream, in my opinion. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate the kind words. Isn't it incredible that McDuffie hasn't had an interception in his NFL career? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible. Yeah. Pretty incredible. I mean, a little bit of that issue is his size. He's a little undersized for a corner, even though he's great. But yeah, that's a pretty wild stat. He should have had a couple by now, like a couple like gimmies, and missed them. Song says, I heard so many people reporting Spencer's injury and did not believe it until Cole reported on it. Well, I appreciate the kind words and the confidence. I did see the report last night from Arrowhead Live. I just like a couple sources to confirm that. So it was a one-off. He's not like, I trust him, but he's not like a news breaker like an NFL insider or one of the beat reporters are. He does have some legitimate sources. I just like to have that confirmed by either a beat reporter or a big head, big wig NFL insider, Rappaport, Pelissero, Jordan Schultz, Diana Rossini, whoever. But once that did get confirmed, and Arrowhead Live was right, by the way, he was spot on with what he said, basically. He said Peyton Hendershot was going to get placed on IR. Spencer Schrader's dealing with a hamstring. They're going to sign Matt Wright to the practice squad, and Hill will probably be the kicker on Friday. He was right, but I just wanted to wait. As soon as I saw the news, I wanted to relay it to you guys, because I do know, like Song, some of you just kind of wait for me, or some of us on YouTube to bring up the news. And it's not because you're lazy, it's because you're busy. You got jobs, you got family, you got life. You're not always going to be on Twitter. And so I'm on Twitter and all these places for you to try to make sure we get all the big picture news and get it to you guys, get it to your attention. You had no idea he was hurt until the news recently? Yeah, Ramon. Pretty crazy. You have a question? Why do these analysts try to make these close wins out of nothing? I don't fully understand your question. Why do they try to make the close wins, like maybe, why do they try to make them out to be nothing? I think there's 2 sides of it. Like, I think you could be concerned about a 3-point win over the Panthers. Like, I think there's some concern there. You got to tip your cap a little bit. The Panthers played well, but like, yeah, you weren't really able to get a lot of pressure on Bryce Young. When you sent pressure, Bryce Young was just targeting basically whoever out there one-on-one, and they were winning. And then I didn't really have a lot of concern, to be honest, about the offense other than them sputtering for a couple drives in the third quarter. They put up 30 points. But no, I think there's some legitimate, like, you can have some concern about the close win. But like on the other side, like, it's a week-to-week league. The Cooper Rush-led Cowboys, backup quarterback, like, they won in an upset. There was like multiple teams that won games that shouldn't. The Titans beat the Texans. Huh? Like, there's just these upsets that happen every week, and it's just because that team came out and executed a few plays better. That team, the other team that was favored to win, soiled their joggers, under the bright lights. And the Chiefs have always, for the most part, they lost to the Bills. The Bills are a good team, but like, the Chiefs, for the most part, they do enough to get the job done. They do enough to get the W. Is it close? Yeah. Is it stressful? Yeah. So there are some concerns, but at the same time, like Andy Reid said after the game, hey, don't hang your head on this win. Like, it's tough to win in this league. It doesn't matter who you play against. They're in the NFL for a reason. They're a professional organization for a reason. And it's a week-to-week league. So you've got to take the victory. You got to learn from it, right? It's not perfect. You got to learn from it. You got to build on that and then use that as motivation for the next week. Have I ever had duck? I don't know. That is so random. I don't think I've ever had duck. I don't know. Yo, Irwin with the 5 gifted. Hey, let's go, man. I appreciate that. 5 gifted bomb. It's almost time for mac and cheese. That's right, dude. Cole going through the garbage on X to bring us the real news. I mean, there's a lot to filter through there. Obviously, a lot of you are on there anyway, following. I mean, there's a lot of good people, dude. They're like, Nate Taylor's great. I'm talking like beat reporters, insiders for the Chiefs. Nate Taylor's great. Matt Derrick of Chiefs Digest. Like, there's several guys. Pete Sweeney of Arrowhead Pride. Like, I think he's probably one of the nicest dudes I've ever talked to. A lot of great guys over there, and I trust them, and so it's always fun, like, to hear them, to hear their perspective, and then I try to bring it to you guys over here as best I can. We kind of react to it over here. I update you, and then I give you my best thoughts around it. How's editor Troy doing? When is he coming back? Well, he's here, Pepe. He is just editing for Cole Breaks the Huddle. He's editing for Cole Breaks the Huddle for my NFL Wide News channel, and he lives in Minnesota. So he doesn't come into the studio rarely ever. Alex, the new editor, is normally over here. What's up, Britt Lyons? What up? Tastes like chicken? Ooh, is it better? Cole, do you coach ball? You have coach vibes in your breakdown of words. I do not coach ball. No. I just consume an ungodly amount of NFL content. Basically, sun up to sundown, I'm either reading, studying, listening to podcasts, watching some sort of NFL content. If it's not coach's film, it's a podcast, or listening to the insiders, Chiefs pressers, whatever it is, I'm just constantly soaking it up. And I think maybe what helps with that a little bit is I'm not an X's and O's guy. So, like, I know enough just to be dangerous when I'm watching film. I would prefer film breakdowns just to help me see it. So I think what helps with me on this channel is I just kind of communicate as a fan. Like, I don't really communicate super technically. I just am like, well, how would I want to hear it? And that's how I just tell you guys. Because the average fan, like some of you guys in here, you're big on X's and O's. You're probably studying game film, like all kinds of stuff. But like, there's also some of you in here that you're like, I don't watch all that. I don't know the difference between them shifting between cover 2, cover 3, like zone man coverage. Like, I don't even need to know all that. Just tell me the big picture stuff and how it pertains to my Chiefs. And that's good enough for me. Emperor, thanks again for another gifted. Emperor's given 5 solo gifteds to make them 5 total. Let's go. That's a lot of learning to be had. Yeah, there is a lot of learning to be had, Jeremy. I mean, I've been running this channel for 3 years. Again, I try to study as much as I can. I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan like you guys, but I feel like every single day I'm like, dang, I didn't even know that. And it's every game I call, I'm like, wait, that's a rule? It's just like, there's so much to it. Has anyone else seen the video of Turk Wharton catching some kid falling over the railing? Yeah. Tershawn Wharton, man. I mean, we gotta give him props, because there's this video floating around of this kid right here. He's trying to get like gloves or something from Turk Wharton right here. This is at the Panthers Stadium. And you can see right here, like there's railing. There's like a little bit of railing, but what you can't see is in front of him, there's no railing. You see this? The kid just disappeared like Houdini. Well, it's because he fell over. Look. And slid down. And Turk Wharton caught him. I'll play it in real time, but that's kind of crazy. Look. And Turk caught him. Dude. I'm glad the kid is okay. Turk's a freaking hero, dude. I mean, that kid just whoop. He went down a water slide. That's insane. So yeah, I did see that video. Hats off to Turk for catching the kid. Holy smokes. Are you going to teach your girls Taekwondo? I mean, I'm going to have them learn some form of self-defense for sure. Whether it's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, some form of self-defense, I think is very important, especially for ladies. Just in this day and age, it's crazy out there. And I would like the average lady to know how to defend themselves from some weird guy, just because you never know. Guys on average are stronger, heavier, can kind of overpower. But if you have the right training and just the proper the proper know-how in these high-pressure adrenaline situations, that are worst-case scenario that might not even happen to the average person. Like if you just know loosely how to defend yourself in a few different ways, I think it'll be very valuable and could very well save your life. That's a whole conversation for another day, but I trained in Taekwondo for 12 years, and I'm very big on people learning self-defense and then using that as a last resort as well. Do you think Isaiah Pacheco could come back this week against the Raiders? Yeah, Chloe, I think so. I think both Pacheco and Dominique should be back. They might be active. I don't know how many reps we'll see them get. I think there's going to be some sort of like a ramp-up plan for them. But yeah, I think we potentially see one, if not both of them in this game. I mean, we will see as practice progresses this week. They had practice today. The injury report came out. They've got practice tomorrow. That's Wednesday. And then Thursday, they have practice on Thanksgiving. And we'll get the final injury report then. I'll probably do an update video, to be honest with you, on Thursday. I'll do an update video if there's anything worth noting, like if Pacheco or Minihue for sure are going to play or anything like that. We might do a video and a quick live stream just to update you guys. Yeah, the dog's name is Casey. Used to teach people in cell extraction to rooks. Oh, nice. About time. I think we should. Use Pacheco, like how we saw Hopkins against the Raiders. That way he can stay healthy. I'm trying to read between the lines, between what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, I think you use him smartly. You don't rush him in there and just have him go full bore or anything like that. Cole, do you think the Raiders not announcing which QB is playing Friday will have a big impact on the Chiefs' defense? Well, they're preparing for both, but I'm pretty sure the plan for the Raiders are to start Aiden O'Connell. I'm almost positive. I saw that report earlier today. Trying to see if I could find it quickly. I don't know where I saw it, but I'm almost positive that the plan is for the Raiders to start Aiden O'Connell. Here we go. As we reported Sunday, Aiden O'Connell expected to start this Friday against the Chiefs. Vic is a senior writer for The Athletic and covers the Raiders in the NFL. So there you go. Yeah, Aiden O'Connell should be the guy getting the go. Emperor with another gifted after Irwin's 5. Let's go, you legends. Maybe we trade for a cornerback. Well, the trade deadline is passed, so you can't. You could sign a free agent, or if a team, like this has been happening, teams have been releasing some players or waiving some players. Everybody has to clear waivers now, whether you're a vested vet or not. The trade deadline is passed. Everybody has to clear waivers, and that means the Chiefs could potentially get their hands on some people. It just kind of depends. And with the Chiefs having one of the best records in the NFL, they're one of the last teams to get dibs on these players as they go through the waiver wire. Yeah, protect our QB. Yes, sir, Chiefs fan. O'Connell isn't a great QB. No. I mean, but I want to give respect to the Raiders. He's in the NFL. It's hard to get there. But no, is he a top 10, top 15 quarterback? I don't think so. Will he maybe have a little bit of a boost? The Chiefs or the Raiders have a new offensive play caller. It's an interim offensive coordinator. Their pass game coordinator has been calling games for them. You have Aiden O'Connell fresh off of IR. I mean, this is not a high-powered offense. Let's be honest. They don't have Josh Jacobs. They traded away Devontae Adams. I mean, but it's a division opponent. They always give the Chiefs a hard fight. They just won on Christmas against the Chiefs last year, so you've got to show respect to them. But I don't think the Chiefs should lose this game. Rudy with the 5. Do you think this game is a trap game, being a division rival and all? So a trap game to me, Rudy, is a game that you're not focused enough on because you're looking ahead to the next one. So maybe by that definition, you could say, hey, it's a quick turnaround week. Then the Chiefs, after playing the Raiders on Friday, have a Sunday night football game against the Chargers, who by all accounts are a much better, like basically from the ground up, much better coach, better quarterback, better system, playmakers, kind of all of it, the better team. The Chiefs play the Chargers on Sunday Night Football after this game, after this Black Friday game. I don't know if this is a trap game. I think the Panthers was almost a trap game. You had the Bills, right? Then you had the Panthers, NFC opponent. There's not really much to take away from that game. You're not going to play him again. You're not going to see him in the playoffs. You're definitely not going to see him in the Super Bowl. I think that game was maybe more of a definition of a trap game compared to this one. Because maybe with the Panthers, you're like, all right, let's just do what we can to get this W. And then we've got back-to-back AFC West games. I don't know if this one's like the definition of a trap game, but division games can get weird. This is the definition of a division game. You know? Just, they get weird. You know what? I've been needing to open this package for 3 live streams, and I'm going to do it now. Somebody sent me a big painting or something, a big canvas. It's football Chiefs related. Danny pre-opened it for me and said, yeah, it's appropriate for stream just because you never know what you're going to get. I'm going to open it. It's been here for 3 weeks, and I keep forgetting, and I feel terrible. All right. I haven't even seen it. I haven't seen it. So we're going to open it. It would be hilarious if it was like me. I don't know who sent it in. Oh, that's actually kind of fire. Yo! What the heck? This is kind of sick. What the heck? Yo, this is fire. It's a big Mahomes canvas painting. And he's got the Kansas City skyline in his sunglasses, dude. Yo, this is fire. So cool. No, LS, that is not what you think it is. This is definitely Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he's rocking the Oakleys. He's got the KC skyline. Okay. Well, that's freaking sick, dude. Who sent this? That's fire. Who sent this? I don't know. From signs.com. I've been needing to open that. All right. I've been needing to open that for weeks, dude. So there we go. We got it open. I don't think it's an original. No. But it's still sick. It's from signs.com, so it looks like somebody like designed it or painted it, and it's like a replica. Where am I going to hang it? Dude, I don't know yet, but it's pretty sick. People saying that Xavier Worthy is a bust, first-round pick, they're crazy. He has 4 touchdowns, which isn't amazing, but not terrible for a rookie. Well, he's got more than that. He's got a couple rushing touchdowns, too. So he's got 6 touchdowns, I think, on the season, maybe. Peyton Manning. I thought it was the KC skyline. I think it is the KC skyline. I could be wrong. I'll have to study it later. And he throws it into the closet? No, it's right here. What do you mean, dude? It's literally right there. Cole, did we lose our other kicker? So, no. Spencer Schrader is not gone. He's not out on IR, but he did tweak his hamstring and is probably not playing Friday. We don't currently know the extent of his injury yet. I hope he doesn't have to be placed on IR or anything like that. The dude is blind? Wait, what happened? Ramon said, don't trust your own eyes. All right, fair enough. It kind of looks like the downtown KC skyline, but who's blind? Ray, are we talking about Worthy? Who's blind? Is that going into the next membership giveaway? Maybe, Joseph. We'll see. What happened to Hendershot? We don't know. He had a calf cramp, calf soreness, and next thing we know, he got placed on IR. Yeah, unfortunate. Yo, Austin with the 8 months, man. Appreciate you. 2 things I'm looking for is a W with Kelsey with a touchdown or 2. Mahomes plays it clean, 3 TDs. Also want to add happy early Thanksgiving. Hey, this is the last time, in theory, unless something else crazy goes on that I need to go live for on Thursday. This is the last live stream that I'll see most of you before Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. The holidays isn't for everybody. Sometimes family situation isn't right. You've lost loved ones around the holiday, and you don't like the holidays. But hopefully you can find something to do and something to be grateful for, kind of like a glass half full perspective, even if it feels basically empty. But man, I'm super grateful for the community that we've built. Super grateful that the Chiefs are pulling off all these dubs and they're in the position they are in as well. And wouldn't want to be doing anything else other than what I do right now for a living. So it means more to me than you guys will ever know. Jack with the 10 bomb. I told you last year, do not overlook the Raiders. Yeah, this is one of the most vicious rivalries in the NFL. Our fight with them has been longer than most of you are old enough for. And I don't care how hurt. Chiefs by 30? Please, come on now. Chiefs by 30. Let's get it. Perna would make a dartboard out of it. Are you worried about Najee Johnson holding up in the playoffs? Seems like quarterbacks are picking on him. Yeah, I mean, I think Najee Johnson, he's had 4 career starts in his NFL career on defense. He's pretty young. No, dude talking about you put the painting in the closet. Oh, yeah, I'm like, dude, what do you mean I put it in the closet? It's right here. Ta-da! Ta-da! Yeah, it's right there. Am I worried about Najee? I mean, I think it's a weakness of the defense. It is a concern. Like, obviously, Snead's gone. Jalen Watson's injured. But the thing is, right now, at this point in time, it's like next man up. If it's not Josh Williams, for whatever reason, they think it's Najee. So I'm just going to trust the coach's decision there. And the goal is to ultimately give Najee Johnson as much reps as humanly possible, just to see what he's got in a longer span of time before the playoffs hit. You kind of know what you have in Joshua Williams. He's in his 3rd year. So is Najee, but Najee played primarily special teams year 1, tore his ACL in training camp year 2, and now he is here. So he's the homie. He's been on the channel. He watches some of the videos. I got a lot of respect for him, his mom, his fiance. But yeah, I mean, has he been picked on a bit? Yeah. I think if you look at the stats, there's been basically a lot of people in the secondary. B. Cook, Jay Reed, Nick Bolton 2 games ago. It's Shamari Connor has gotten picked on too. Najee he saw the brunt of it a couple weeks ago. He was also targeted the most this past game. Thankfully, there was a couple drops. He was close in coverage on some others. 8 targets, only 3 receptions there. But that's the thing, like when you've got a team that's injured, it's the next man up and who the coaches think can fulfill that job the best. Is it always going to be pretty? I mean, no, I don't think so. you're looking at that with the left tackle situation. You know, when Wanye went down, you saw Kingsley in there. That was not pretty at all. And obviously that was bad enough. They were like, dude, we got to go get a tackle. Could the Chiefs still go get a corner? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm on the outside looking in. You've got Keith Taylor as well. You have Chris Roland Wallace. You still have Joshua Williams. I mean, you've got some options. But right now, the coaching staff is saying, hey, Nazi, you're the guy. You're going to get the reps, and we're going to trust you to make plays. And I think at the beginning, you're going to miss more than you hit, and you're just going to only get better from there. So long story short, am I concerned? Yeah, I mean, every team at this point in time in the season, they've got their weaknesses, they've got their concerns. But that's where I hope like a Minihue being added back into the pass rush is going to help get some additional pressure on the quarterback. Maybe Joshua Uche gets a little bit more involved because a better pass rush is going to help out the secondary. It kind of goes hand in hand. So yeah, I mean, I won't lie, like there's some concerns there on the defense. I hope it's a one-off. You know, you're letting the Panthers put up 27 points with Bryce Young, and hopefully that was more of like a one-off rarity, just a few miscues and missed executions, plus a couple great throws by Bryce Young and company, some nice catches. And you hope that's not the repeat or the new normal for the Chiefs defense. I don't think that's going to be the case. But obviously we'll see. I will say this, the offense is getting better. They're getting hotter, and they're getting key pieces back. So the defense, maybe they are going to take a little step back even further. But the goal is, in theory, the offense then takes a little bit more of a step forward as well. So little yin to the yang. Does Crosby have a sprained ankle? He's been fighting through a lot of the season with an ankle issue. How much is it bothering him now? I don't know. I'm still watching through the Raiders and Broncos game. I'm going to finish it tonight after I get off here. But he's going to be playing. He's going to be playing for sure. I think he had one of his better performances this past week. So he's on the mend from what I understand. Thank you for the 2. Brand with the 5. Happy Thanksgiving to all you legends. Enjoy your time, however you spend it and whoever you spend it with. Treat yourself. Let's go. Brand, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the kind words. Austin with the 5. After this game with the Raiders, puke, next Friday, Chargers week, December 6th, will be my 28th birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Austin. Appreciate you, brother. Well, Aiden O'Connell will be back to normal. So yeah, Luke, he did injure his throwing hand. He fractured a bone, and he said he's not 100%. I mean, he said that today during his presser. He's not 100%, but he's close. And the hope is to start Friday. I think he starts Friday, and he's probably better than he's letting on, to be honest with you. He'll probably look basically normal out there. Lynn said, how did kicker Spencer Schrader get hurt in practice? It's called being deconditioned. Then why? Cold outside, no warm-up stretching? Well, from what I understand, he was warming up when he strained his hamstring. He wasn't at a practice. He was doing this himself. It was like a light jog, and he strained his hamstring. I don't know all the ins and outs there. But I think it was more of like a fluke thing than anything else, to be honest with you. Your barber said his cousin's Josh Williams. Nice. Tell Josh Williams we said what up. Through the barber, please. Chiefs Hallmark movie on November 30th. Ooh. We got a trailer dropping tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be in it or not, but I did interview for it. It's a Chiefsaholic like mini doc, I think, being put on by Amazon Prime Video. That trailer drops tomorrow. I just got word. Yep, Matt Wright has been signed to the practice squad. He will probably be elevated and play this Friday. Yes. Who leads the team in INTs? Oof. I don't know. I don't feel like we have a lot of those. Chiefs, defensive leaders, ESPN. I could answer that for you. Yeah, more fan mail. Yeah, this. What? Yeah, this. I opened that a little bit ago. You might be right about the leader in INTs. Yeah, Chamari Connor. It's not a lot. Chamari Connor's got 2. Chris Roland Wallace has 1. Justin Reed, B. Cook, and Jaden Hicks all have 1 as well. So it's not a lot. Not a lot. A Chiefsaholic doc? I'm more excited to see that than the touchdown Hallmark one. Yeah, and I'll say this. The Chiefsaholic one, It is really well put together. I've seen some video of it and I'm like, wow. They did a really good job on it. You know, I was not like gung-ho about interviewing for this documentary. I'm not going to lie to you guys. They've tried to contact me for like 6 months. I finally agreed. And it's just because I did not want to be in a documentary that was like, I didn't get to say my piece and made it seem like I was glorifying Chiefsaholic and his lifestyle, because I disagree with it wholeheartedly. But I got to interview and say my piece and just share about my interactions with him and kind of how it went down. I got contacted by the Bixby police and I interviewed with one of their detectives on the phone a couple times, and I just kind of shared my story and then made it clear, like, that guy had a problem and it was not like, it's not cool. And he's got to answer for his crimes. He's going to serve years in prison because of it. But yeah, I'll be in there in some capacity. I don't know how much. You met the guy at a Monday night game versus the Rams in LA, did you? Yeah, you see, I mean, I never met him in person. He just DM'd me a couple times. That's all the interaction I had with him. A couple DMs, some comments on Twitter. Aaron, with the 23 months, I finally caught you live. I miss you guys. Best of luck to Matthew Wright. Never a doubt. Let's go, baby. What's up, Aaron? How the heck are you? You been working? Jack Green said, I'm so ecstatic about our season to be 10-1. Half of the older generation is suffering from strokes, but we're still winning. Oh my gosh. You want to win the lottery for a change? That would be nice, Ray Ray. Don't forget about us. Don't forget about us here at HBTC when you win. Always working. I feel that. I feel that, Aaron, especially during the football season. Will Schrader be back this season? I think so, Luke. I mean, he's not on IR. He could play next week for all I know. Sunday Night Football against the Chargers. I'm not sure. We'll see. Neo said Bixby's like an hour and 45 minutes from my hacienda. Less than 2 hours away, huh? Seriously, these games are stressful? Yes, they are. Like all of them. Like all of them. Yeah, exactly. Will the Chiefs have an open spot for Pacheco? Yeah, they have 2 open spots right now. They placed tight end Peyton Hendershot on IR. That freed up 1. And then they waived defensive end Cameron Thomas. That's 2. So you've got room now for Charles Omenihu and Isaiah Pacheco. I respect how openly honest you are about everything. Oh, Joseph, I appreciate it, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just a fan like you guys. I'll communicate everything that I know, what I think for the most part. I try to be pretty open and honest. I try to be even keeled in my takes, man. Like, you guys, a lot of you are in here. You see me call the games. Like, you see when I get emotional. But, like, I try to be even keeled about it. And that's how I kind of approach my life. Try to not overreact. Try to not have super hot takes. I just try to call it like I see it. And, yeah, I try to be open with you guys about it, man. I'm just a fan like you guys at the end of the day. And that's why I think this community is so fun. It's just a bunch of fans that love the Chiefs. We're just here talking football. Cole, what's your purpose statement? I don't know. That's a little deep. I don't know. My goal of starting this channel is just to provide the best Chiefs news or content and updates that I possibly can. You could easily say, yeah, I knew him. Are you talking about Chiefsaholic? I mean, I DM'd with him twice. I think literally like 2 or 3 times, and I commented back and forth with him a little bit on Twitter. That's it. I never met him in person or anything. You are a balanced, no Kool-Aid drinker, Cole. Respect. Thank you, Neo. I appreciate that, man. I mean, are there times where maybe my takes are wrong? Yeah, I mean, I'm just guessing. Best guess at the end of the day, right? Especially like when we're talking roster cut downs and projections and stuff like that. Like, we don't know. I'm not on the inside. I'm not part of the coaching staff. You know, we're just guessing over here, trying our best, and we debate it out and chat it out in the comments. What week do you think Humphreys will take over at left tackle? Ooh. Let's say maybe by like the Browns game. What do you think about that? December 15th? Maybe like December 15th. That's in like 3 games? 3 games from now, something like that. Dean said, I won't lie, when we blocked the field goal and Cole got so red, I was worried for him. Dude, I had a headache the rest of the day, Dean. I had a headache the rest of the day. I lost it. I absolutely lost it. Thank you, Chiefs fan 15. Appreciate the kind words. Cole, Broncos beat the Raiders 29-19. Yeah, I mean, we could look at some of the Raiders' Like I had this pulled up to go over just to like glance through. But yeah, the Raiders, they lost to the Chargers week 1 for them, 10-22. They beat the Ravens by 3. I mean, dude, if these people want to sit here and say, oh, the Chiefs almost lost to the Panthers. I mean, just go through some of these teams' schedules and go look at who some of these losers lost to. I mean, over here talking so much smack on the Chiefs because they barely beat the Panthers. Guess what? They beat them. While the Ravens lost. Big old gag. You know what I mean? Come on, you frauds. Anyway, then the Panthers smoked the Raiders 36-22. Raiders then beat the Browns by 4. They lost to the Broncos by multiple scores, got whooped by the Steelers, lost to the Rams by 5, and they obviously lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Bengals really bad, and then they fired their OC, they fired their O-line coach, their QB coach, their pass game coordinator took over as OC here, but I'm not really seeing much better. Like, they scored 19 here. This is with the new guy, right? The pass game coordinator calling plays. Well, they scored 24 before him, 20 before him, and they scored 19 most recently against the Broncos. So, I mean, they're a team that is searching for their identity. They're playing for draft picks and pride right now. I mean, most importantly, pride, especially against the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, you have to play real snaps to get better. No, exactly. That's for Nazi. That's for, Pacheco coming back from IR, a Minihue, even Kingsley, which the only thing to me, like, I get nervous about like that with left tackle, and you can't play around with that too much, is because you're talking the blind side of your $500 million quarterback. Like, yeah, you're talking at the cornerback position or FAU getting more reps. Like, okay, you're not getting as much pressure or you're giving up some catches, but you don't really want to risk injuring Patrick Mahomes. That's insane. So some positions, I feel like they have more flexibility to let these guys go through growing pains than other positions. Crosby's so angry because he wants to be a Chief. I think he just wants to win. Max Crosby's just a dog. He just wants to win, man. Sports media are nothing but a bunch of dillweeds. Wait, what happened? Win division first. Forget the show. Exactly. Yes, sir, Hooker Boots. What's up, man? Exactly. Chet with the membership. Let's go. Matt Casey, Chiefs fan with the 5. Given the fact that Cleveland beat Baltimore and now Pittsburgh, what, if anything, concerns you most about playing the Browns in a few weeks? Well, I'll just say this first. I mean, those are all division rivals. Those are all division games. AFC North, right? All those teams and the Bengals. So I kind of put division games in their own little unique basket, kind of the same of like the Chiefs playing the Raiders on Friday. They play the Broncos, Chargers. Those are teams that know each other, study each other, plan and prepare for each other more than any other teams. Can you sleep on the Browns? No. I think they're doing better with Jameis Winston at the helm. You can't sleep on any of these teams. With that being said, the Pittsburgh Steelers had plenty of opportunities to win that game. And then I'm trying to remember like off the top of my head that Ravens game and what the final score was against the Browns. They lost by 5. They lost 24-29. I don't remember enough about that game off the top of my head to say either way, but I will chalk some of that up to it being a division game. But yeah, you can't sleep on any of these teams, man. The Chiefs they got the Broncos still, you got the Chargers, you got the Raiders. This is in no particular order, obviously. You have the Texans, you got the Steelers on Christmas, you got the Browns. I mean, kid God, you got a lot of tough teams still to go. Matt, thanks so much for the 5 bomb. And Chet, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. Let's go with that 5 bomb. Come on now. Chiefs need secondary. I mean, you can only do so much at this point in time, man. I mean, you could try to sign a free agent or maybe try to pick up somebody off the waiver wire and try to get them up to speed before the playoffs. But for the most part, like, you gotta roll with who you have, you know? But But yeah, I mean, the loss of Jalen Watson is unfortunate. It really is. Oh, will the Broncos make the playoffs? I mean, yeah, they got a shot. They're currently making it right now. Ooh, okay. People keep asking playoff questions. Current NFL playoff picture. Let's look at it real quick here. This is just current. Okay, it could change. It could definitely change. But right now, the Chiefs are the 1 seed. You got Bills, Steelers, Texans, Ravens, Chargers, Broncos. 3 teams in the AFC West. Now, the Chiefs would have a bye at this point in time. 2 would play 7. 3 would play 6. 4 would play 5, I believe is how it'd play out. And then the Chiefs would then, as the 1 seed, after the bye, they would get the lowest remaining seed. So probably the winner of this game. If this is how, or the winner of, it just depends. The lowest remaining seed is who they would have. That's what it's looking like right now. Shouldn't Joshua Williams be stepping up right now? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Jason. Like, I don't know. A lot of people are saying, hey, why isn't Joshua Williams playing? Why isn't he being given the nod? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. The Chiefs coaching staff is putting Najee Johnson out there because they want him to get reps before the playoffs. And then there's like a part of it where I think you know what you have in Joshua Williams, and for whatever reason, they are trying other options. I don't know. There's something going on there. I don't think it's like disciplinary or anything like that. I'm just not really sure, to be honest with you. And to be like fair, Joshua Williams, he's from Fayetteville State, I believe. It's a Division II HBCU, I believe, if I remember everything right. And so he's had an uphill battle, and like the fact that he even made it to the NFL is quite impressive. But yeah, Najee for now is getting the nod. Williams has had too many penalties. Yeah, and defensive backs coach Dave Merritt has talked about he's looking for a cornerback to be consistent. He doesn't like the inconsistencies. So if Nazee's getting the nod in practice and film in the games, he must be showing more consistency than Josh Williams is the only thing I could think at this point in time. Secondary is not the total problem. A secondary will never look good with a poor pass rush. Touche, Joe. The Chiefs. Okay, you want to see something? Let me look at it. Let me show you something. NFL teams with least sacks, 2024. Can I just do it like this? I'm trying to use StatMuse, but no, here we go. You want to know how to help the secondary? You guys want to know how to help the secondary? Because we keep saying the secondary is a problem. Teams with the least sacks. The Atlanta Falcons have the fewest sacks by a team this season with 10. You want to know how to help the secondary? Sack the quarterback. Get some pressure on the quarterback. You know, don't have to send 6, 7, 8 people to the quarterback and leave all these guys in the secondary on a frickin' island because you can't go home with 4. You have the 5th least sacks in the NFL. Okay, I don't want to get angry, but it's just like it goes both ways, man. You got to get pressure on the quarterback. You got to sack the quarterback. Chris Jones, like he's great. He still has one of the best win percentages in the NFL. 2nd most pressures among all defensive tackles in the NFL. George Karlaftis has taken a step back. Mike Dana has not always been healthy this year. FAU, I don't know. Omenihu hasn't returned yet. The Chiefs are bottom 5 in sacks in the NFL when they're normally top 5, top 10. It's been a problem. It has been a problem. Yeah, Joshua Uche, you traded for that guy. I mean, dude, you traded for Cameron Thomas. He just got waived. You signed him or picked him up like right around roster cutdown day. You traded for Joshua Uche. He's barely getting worked in. So, yeah, I mean, it goes hand in hand. You got to get pressure on the quarterbacks. It's not just the secondary. It's like twofold. Spags spoke to the media today. I took a note on it. He said the issue on defense is a combination. He just said it's not one thing. It's a combination of pass rush and coverage. Bryce Young played great as well. But aside from that, Spags said the defense needs to step it up and play better. In fact, he said he's still burning about the last game. He hated having to put the end game on the offense like that, as they weren't able to stop Carolina on the last drive. They also weren't able to stop them from converting the 2-point conversion. Joshua Uche is not playing. He's playing, but not a lot. Yeah, he's not playing a lot. Kareem Hunt to the Saints? No, he's on the Chiefs roster. Quit trolling. Quit that. Enough. Oh, who has the most? I could tell you. Teams that have the most sacks right now, the Denver Broncos. 44. 44. Texans have 42. Ravens have 39. Vikings have 38. The Giants, that's a Dexter Lawrence stat. Then the Chargers. I mean, good God, dude. Look at these sacks. The leading team has 44, the Broncos. The Chiefs have 21. The Chiefs literally have less than half the sacks that the Broncos do. That is crazy. That's crazy, man. Yeah, leave Hunt alone. What are we doing? Kareem Hunt is not gone. Nobody's reporting that. Would you rather have D-Hop or Hollywood next year? Oof. I can't even really focus about next year. I'm not going to lie to you. I want the three-peat now. Next year has problems of his own. I mean, next year you have 2 wide receivers under contract. Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice, and Sky Moore, technically. I don't think he's a Chief next year. Outside of that, Justin Watson, last year of his deal. McCole Hardman, DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, all on 1-year deals. You've got a lot to think about in the wide receiver room, that is for sure. Looks like Turk Wharton can catch. Hey, he can. Put him in on offense. Let's go. Hey, he caught that kid. I saw that. A fourth of the Broncos sack came from the Chiefs game. I mean, they sack him. How many times did they sack him? 3, 4? Mahomes was sacked 4, 2, 5, or something like that. He was sacked 15 times in the last 4 games. I say both. Let Juju walk again. He does nothing. Okay. Esteban, the trade deadline. Yeah, the trade deadline's gone. Can't trade for anybody. I'm ready for us to defy salary cap. So you defy salary cap next year, like all these other teams, and get Mahomes a top receiver and keep all the good players. Yeah, I mean, once Travis Kelce retires, and he's already kind of taken a little bit of a step back this year. I mean, he's still performing. He's still top 5 in most tight end metrics. He's doing something at 35, where the average age of tight ends in the NFL is like 26, 27 years old. So he's still the freaking GOAT. He just passed up Antonio Gates for He's now has the 3rd most receiving yards of all time, only behind Jason Witten and Tony Gonzalez. So he's the freaking GOAT. But yeah, he is not the same after the catch. So you're going to need more help in the wide receiver room for sure. But that's next year. Yeah, Matt. I keep getting the chat disconnected too. I don't know why. I saw that as well. Ooh, Pepe said, is the wide receiver turnover part of the problem with Pat developing chemistry with receivers? I mean, I think so. Yeah, I think so too. And then injuries. Like, you built all that rapport with Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice all offseason long, and they're both gone after week 3. Those were your top 2 targets. Are you serious? Here's a little like positive. Did you guys see the short that I made on Noah Gray? You guys see that? Did you see the short I made on Noah Gray today? I could show it to you if you want. It's just on Noah Gray having a career year, man. He's doing just absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'll play it real quick. It's a minute long. Chiefs tight end Noah Gray is solidifying himself as one of the best tight ends in the entire league, at least in recent weeks. If you look at season-long stats, Noah Gray may not wow you initially. He's 32nd among all tight ends in targets, tied for 18th in receptions, and 23rd in yards. However, he has the third highest reception percentage, catching 90% of the 30 passes thrown his way, and of his 27 catches on the year, 20 have been for first downs. He's also 9th in yards per reception, and most impressively, he's currently tied for 4th in receiving touchdowns with 4 after having back-to-back games catching 2 in each. His first ever career game catching 2 TD passes was Week 11 against the Bills, and then he repeated that in the Week 12 matchup against the Panthers. On top of that, he's currently 3rd on the team in receiving yards and tied for 1st with Xavier Worthy in receiving touchdowns. Well, it's safe to say the Chiefs might have the best tight end duo in the NFL because Travis Kelce is obviously also in that room, and the future is certainly bright with Gray and KC because at the beginning of the season, the team inked a 3-year, $18 million extension with him to make sure he stays around. Yeah, so I got to that because you have a lot of turnover in the wide receiver room, but you have 2 trustworthy tight ends. I mean, that's for sure. Noah Gray, Travis Kelce, freaking money. Money, money, money. HBTC shorts are fire. Yo, thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate that. Yo, we have a short that's kind of going crazy on Cole Breaks the Huddle. It's on like 5 or 600,000 views. It's about Mike McDaniel of the Dolphins trolling who's he trolling? Max Crosby. Yeah. It's a pretty good one. You got to keep D-Hop? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. They're all on 1-year deals, so I don't know. Maybe somebody else comes available in free agency. You like them better. You want to sign them to a multiple-year deal. Which one is that? It's about Mike McDaniel tricking Max Crosby to jump off sides. It's a pretty funny one. Oh, you want to see that one too? How can I just do this? I don't have that one super accessible, but I think I could do this. I bet you guys could hear this. The Dolphins tricked Max Crosby into making a mental error, and Mike McDaniel proceeded to troll him from the sideline. With the clock winding down to end the third quarter, the Dolphins got up to the line and acted like they were going to snap the ball. Max Crosby, thinking he was going to get a jump on the snap, then leapt across the line and immediately knew he messed up. The best part about this is the Dolphins didn't even have a real play called. They were just trying to force them off sides. And when Mike McDaniel realized his tactic worked on Max Crosby of all people, he definitely let him know about it from the sidelines.
We didn't have a play called, Max! We didn't have a play called, Max! We didn't have a play called! LOL.
Well, McDaniel, he said LOL. Mike McDaniel's freaking crazy, dude. LOL. That's great. That's great content, man. Mike McDaniel mic'd up is great content, dude. LOL. Who yells that? Who yells that, huh? Some crazy stuff. Max Crosby probably would stomp McDaniel. Oh, yeah, for sure. He's just messing around. Yeah, it was good. It was good content. Yeah, what's up, G-Dogs? How the heck are you, man? He has brain rot. I'm not a big fan of McDaniel, but that was funny AF. Yeah, that was pretty funny, man. He's kind of cringy, but that was funny. When he said LOL, it just caught me so off guard that I laughed because I'm like, what? I'm like, who says that, dude? These plays trying to draw defenses off sides have gotten a lot harder, especially when they use motion. Facts. So funny, like a chihuahua yapping at a pit bull. Mm-hmm. Miami Heat gets to his head. Hey, Cole, what are your thoughts on a Chiefs Super Bowl? I'm with it. McDaniel's cringy funny while Sirianni is just cringy. Okay, true. Where the heck did my dog go? Casey? Oh, shoot, she's right here. Hi. Hi. Want to say hi? Come here. Dude, I heard her walking around, but I couldn't see her, and I got concerned. I was like, where did she go? Hi, buddy. Yo, Chris, thanks so much for the $1. First super on a live stream. Let's go, man. I thought you saw her walk under your desk. I did not. I heard her. Come here, buddy. Come here. Say hello. Say hello to HBTC. Say hello. Say hello. Speak. Speak. Say, how about those Chiefs? Okay, she don't know how to do any of that. Here, jump off. Whee! Dude, the poodle in her loves to jump. She jumps over our couch. She can jump, man. It's crazy. The real star of HBTC, 100%. Good night, Dakota. Have a great night, man. She says, no speak, just kiss. Yeah, she doesn't know how to speak. Hey, Cole, we need the clip of Jamar Chase saying that they were the team to beat. Can your dog play left tackle? Maybe. She's a year old, just over a year. Yeah, Casey can fetch, dude. She loves to fetch. My brother has a thing of your dog. A thing of your dog or for your dog? She jumps onto the bed, runs up and down the stairs. She's crazy. Yeah, she's wild. She's a wild dog. You know what's funny is you guys think she's super chill. Because, like, most of the time she's just napping right here. She's just napping. But, dude, when she gets energetic, she gone. She gone. How about those Chiefs? What up, King J? All right, before we get out of here, got a few more minutes left. I do want to get your thoughts on this Raiders game. Give me your score prediction. How are you feeling right now about the Chiefs and the Raiders as we head into Black Friday? Yeah, it's a golden doodle, mini golden doodle. Yep. Let me know your score prediction in the comments. Would love to just kind of like see. And when you give your score prediction, give me a couple keys. Who's going to be the key player on offense or defense? Let me know in the comments or in the live chat, and I'd love to look at that before we get out of here. Matt, Casey, Chiefs fan with the 5. Trav needs one more tutty to surpass Tony G's record. Yeah, franchise record with the Chiefs, I believe, right? Because he's tied with them now. Tony Gonzalez will be in Kansas City for the broadcast on Friday, too. Oh, that's really cool. He's going to get to see it live then, hopefully. G-Dogs with the 22 months. Nothing but love for HBTC and the crew. The Master Blaster Red Bearded Zeus. Let's go, dude. Appreciate you. Let's see some of these score predictions. What is your score prediction against the Raiders? So we've already had a vote going, a poll going. 261 votes. 44% said the Chiefs are going to score between 22 and 28 points. We've got Dean said 42-10. Chief to Inky said 28-10. 42-10. I mean, I would like that. Alicia, 21-19. Stressful game. Oh, God. Yeah, probably. Chiefs, 22-27. King of Death said 28-16. Luke said Chiefs are due for a higher scoring game. I mean, I would like that a lot. Xander said Chiefs win 27-17. D-Hop, Mahomes, Gray, and Worthy have big games. Kelsey gets a TD. Maybe. Dean said D-Hop goes off. Mahomes, 5 TD passes. Pacheco, 1 TD. Run. Chiefs 42-13 said J-Ride. Okay, I mean, I like that a whole lot. 50-17 said Angelo. 50-17. I mean, I hope so. But I don't think so. That would be great. Chiefs 31, Raiders 17. Travis goes off with 100 yards and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt has a 100-yard game as well. I like that a whole lot, Desi. John said 28-24. KC, Raiders key. Too much on Noah Gray based on his recent performance. And Kelsey has a true breakout game. 2 touchdowns, 1 TD for Hunt, a rushing touchdown. I like these. They just lost their quarterback, so we should beat them easy, right? Well, the quarterback that's now going to play for them was starting when they beat us last Christmas, when they beat the Chiefs last Christmas. He didn't complete a pass after the first quarter, but, you know, what does that matter, I guess? Close game, Chiefs win, hopefully. Yeah, I hope so, please. We don't want no loss on Black Friday. 52-9. D-Hop and Worthy both have over 100. I like y'all's optimism. 52-9. I'm probably going to say, like, here's my thing. My breakout game was last week. I said 31-13, but could it be closer? Very possibly, yes. I think I'm just done. I've normally predicted close. I didn't last week, and I should have predicted it close. I'm going to predict it close again. Probably something like, I don't know, 24-17 Chiefs, but it could be closer than that. Hopefully it's not. Desmond Ridder, I do not think is starting, Brian. It should be Aiden O'Connell. He is coming back from IR, and the goal is to have him play on Friday. Could that be smokescreen? Yeah, it could be smokescreen. But he said he could. The hope is to play. Hopefully you're wrong, Cole. Yeah, I would like to be. I would like to be wrong. Ooh, Cook with a pick 6. We'll take that. You got us winning 20-10, said Ashton. Okay, 20-10. I don't actually mind that. Noah Gray has 6 touchdowns because of your short. So he'll get 2 more next week. Come on now. Jack said she's getting big. Yeah, she's fluffy too. She's a fluffy puppy. What are you doing? Come. Yeah, fluffy pup, man. She my buddy. 30-14. I got Noah Gray with 2 touchdowns, as well as D-Hop with 1, as well as Pacheco with a rushing touchdown. Kicker misses extra point, but gets a field goal. Come on. We'll take that. Cole, what do you think about 30-14? I got Noah Gray with 2, as well as D-Hop with 1, as well as Pacheco. Okay, I think I just read that. Yeah, you posted that twice. I read the same comment twice. I fell for it, man. It'll be 24-20, and Noah outdoes Kelsey. Bet it now. There it is. There it is. Tranquil pick 6. He's due for something. Yeah, he's due for something. The Chiefs need a cornerback. Marcus Peters, God bless. That's a kind of a blast from the past. Bolton with the sack. We'll take that. Another Chamari Connor interception. You want the same defense as last year? Yeah, Michelle. Sadly, it's not how it goes. Every year changes, and you get new players. You have to let go of some. And let's be honest, man. Snead's not having a great year. He's been hurt almost the whole year. He's on IR right now. Unfortunately. What are your thoughts on Bo Nix? I think he's only getting better each and every week. You could almost argue he's having a better year than Jaden Daniels. I'm offline. Is my stream working or am I not working? My internet said I'm offline. Is it trying to tell me I have to get off? How can I even tell if I'm on? Okay, I'm on still. We on? I think. Yeah, I'm back. Oh, I'm back? Dude, my internet literally just said you're offline, and I don't know why I said that. Okay, I'm back. Woo! I froze. It scared me. It said I had no internet. Yeah, it said I had no internet. I don't know why. It's probably dude, you need to get off and go to bed. YouTube's tweaking? I think it is tweaking. Because, why? What's wrong with my internet? Nothing's changed about my internet. You blipped out for a few seconds? Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we back now. Who you rooting for? Jayhawks or Tigers? I don't watch college ball. The Matrix, it's not the real Cole. What'd you say about Bo Nix? Oh, what I was saying about Bo Nix is, yeah, the stream didn't want me to talk about Bo Nix. I said he's getting better every single week. I think he's one of the best rookies in this class. You could maybe even argue that he's performed. I haven't looked at the stats. I would need to look it up, but he's got to be close and compared with stats to Jaden Daniels. Maybe you can make an argument he's one of the best rookies in this class. I think Jaden Daniels is probably the best, but Bo Nix is right there behind him. Yeah, he's playing some good ball. I think the Broncos, the Chargers are going to be a real thorn in the side in the AFC West here in the coming years. Obviously, the Chiefs still are the Chiefs, but yeah, I think Bo Nix is playing good ball. That's a team that's well coached by Sean Payton. They have a top 5 defense. I mean, that's going to be a tough one. The cute furry dog, can I pet him? Yeah, you can pet her. Her name's Casey. Yeah, he's playing very impressive football right now. Cole is back. Back again. Yeah, just randomly said, you're offline. And I'm like, okay, so I don't have internet. Why? Yeah, they're pretty equal. Yeah, Bo Nix, I mean, he's playing some freaking great ball. Mahomes is in the back staring out of my soul. Yeah, he's back here. Yeah, he's back here chilling. Well, I appreciate y'all. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for all the mods holding it down, everybody asking questions, memberships, gifteds, all of it. Appreciate y'all more than you know. We'll be back tomorrow with a long-form video edit. Thursday, I might go live if there's enough to talk about the day before the game for a quick hitter update. And then Friday, we'll be calling the game. Play-by-play, Chiefs versus Raiders. It's really Raiders versus Chiefs at Arrowhead. So they should walk out with another W, 11-1 on the season, and get that much closer to locking up the AFC West for, I believe, the 9th year in a row. What a time to be a Chiefs fan. What a time to be alive. Appreciate y'all, and until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about the Chiefs?